Diverse EP. Alright, so my personal project was creating a culturally diverse EP. An EP is a kind of like a small album consisting of 3, 4 songs, 5 songs, sometimes even 2. What you hear right now is a Latin American jazz song called "Song for My Father," which I recorded. I played the drums, Jay played trumpet, Harry played trombone, Paolo played guitar, and Chris, who's not here, played bass. So, I recorded 3 tracks, one of which was this Latin American jazz, the other was North American bluegrass music, and then the third song was an improvisational Indian song. So, what was important for me was to have this diversity because it was a challenge for me to expand my knowledge on recording different cultures and different instruments from the culture. So, I had this idea for the personal project when I was exactly 1 year ago recording an album with my band, and we were in the studio, and all we did was play the music, and the engineers there would set up the microphones, and they knew exactly what to do. They set up the microphones, they knew which microphones to use. They had a huge variety of microphones. I just didn't understand, why would they choose that microphone over that microphone, and why would they position it this way, and position that one that way? I had all these questions in my head, and I didn't understand what was going on in their head, like, what did they know that I didn't? So, my personal project was finding out the art of recording with microphones. So some of the things that I studied were the different types of microphones. So over here I got the 4 different microphones that I use. This one here is a dynamic microphone, large diaphragm microphone, small diaphragm microphone, and this one here, it's a dynamic microphone, however it's a bass microphone, so it picks up mainly bass frequencies. Mr. Perry, please come up. I'll demonstrate to you guys right now the difference between the sound. It might be hard for you to notice them at the start.
Testing 1 2 test 1 2 test 1 2 test.
All right, so as you can hear right now, the song is the microphone picks up mainly the mids, little of the highs and little of the lows. If we move on to the next microphone.
'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borgoves and the moonrat cell.
So this large diaphragm microphone is known for its warm and its warm mids and lows. It has very dynamic range. It picks up highs just as well, and that's why it's used often for vocals, acoustic guitars, and even guitar amplifiers, and also drum overheads for recording the cymbals and the overall sound of the drum kit. Next microphone.
87 years ago, our forefathers set forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty.
Now, this is a small diaphragm microphone. The small diaphragm microphone, it mainly picks up the highs, and that's why it's used often also as overheads to pick up the cymbals. Then this one, the bass microphone.
Testing 1 2 test 1 2
bass
test.
is definitely a lot louder. So I had to experiment and find out which microphone I wanted to use because I needed to find out what microphone suited the best, suited which application. So I also had to study on the different techniques in the post-production phase, such as the equalizer, the power of it, and the compressor, and as well as the panning. Panning creates a stereo sound, so I can pan a sound to the left, a track to the right. And what's important about this is that it gives the listener a feel for the space that the music is coming from. It gives them more of a professional sound. For example, if you have a drum kit in front of you, you have some sound coming to you from the left, some sound coming to the right, and some sound coming right from the center. So by panning everything properly, I get a more professional on realistic sound, which is makes the track more effective and sounds better. So, due to my great interest in filmmaking, I decided to make a music video to one of the songs that I recorded. Even though it wasn't a requirement of me to make a music video, I decided to do it just for the fun of it. So I'll show you that now. And while I'm showing it to you, you can ask me questions. So, look at now. So do any of you guys have questions? Yes?
Why did you choose those specific ethnic mixes for your tracks? Like why North America, Latin America, and India?
Well, I wanted to find a great diversity of instruments. This song, I'm a Man of Consoro, this is more of a bluesy rock interpretation of the song, and this was practically my foundation song, as it took the instruments which I normally listen to in my music. The Latin American jazz song used trumpets and trombones, and that was a challenge for me. And then the Indian improvisational song used a sitar, which was quite a difficult task to record. What I decided to do was use a large diaphragm on the body of the sitar to pick up the warmth, a small diaphragm on the neck of the sitar to capture the picking and the finger movements, and then another small diaphragm up in the air, high above, to catch kind of the reverb in the room and the ambient sound. Anyone else? Roman.
What do you mean when you say the warmth?
Warmth is it's kind of emphasis on the mids and low mids and a bit of the lows. If you listen to soul music or R&B, there you'll have a lot of warmth in the vocals because you want to, or jazz like Frank Sinatra or yeah, exactly. Awesome.
Did doing your personal project shape your taste in music, or did you discover something new that you didn't know about before and realized you liked it?
The Indian music. I never listened to Indian traditional music, and Mr. Perry gave me some songs to listen to, and I explored new genre. Anyone else have a question? Alright. You want to watch the video?
Who's the harmonies?
My brother did
Like both.
yeah. Something, when I was mixing this song, what was important was to create that heavy movement of the song. As you can hear, the bass drum is very loud as well as toms, kind of creating this wave behind the song.
Why did you want to wait behind this song?
Because just the way the song's composed, the guitar rhythm, it also, bluegrass and country music, I relate a lot to a chain gang. So in the song you hear the cowbell, which is almost like the prisoners working. Okay.
How difficult was it to get the panning correct?
At the start, I would exaggerate it a bit too much, and that's a problem, especially if you listen to music from the 70s where stereo sound was first discovered. Panning is a disaster, because a lot of time if I'm just listening to it with one earbud, I'll only hear the vocals and no guitar, for example, and that can be a real pain. And that's why what I would do is I would always mix it, master it, and then I wouldn't export it yet because I leave a couple of days and then go back to it, see if I like the sound, and I continue that process until I felt that it was ready.